We've got some actual news. Game Freak is hiring, but what they're hiring for may not be something that we want to see. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about what is Game Freak hiring for? What new Pokemon game is Game Freak hiring for? Well, we're going to take a look at it right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we are on NintendoLife.com. Shout out to Nintendo Life for sharing these news. And they posted that the Pokemon Company is now hiring for an upcoming mobile game. And next up here is that a new job listing has revealed that the Pokemon Company International is working on an upcoming mobile game. Posted just hours ago, the listing is looking for a principal game designer who will work within a team of designers, engineers, artists, producers, and testers to create an upcoming mobile game. The job description states that a successful candidate must be a creative individual that not only understands the secret sauce to fun games, but also can communicate that vision to others. And we'll have the following duties, and we'll go through the duties in a second. But this is just a little bit like, I mean, sure, it's interesting news, right? Because, hey, it's a new Pokemon, project. Clearly, they're working on something for mobile right now, at least we know. So now we know there's a Pokemon mobile game. Still no clue when this is slated for. I mean, I would assume this is also going to be a 2019 release. Because mobile games don't take as long to develop. When you think about it, it's like a much shorter development span, and you can get the game out by the end of the year, right? Like, because it took them to make like a year to make Pokemon Quest, and Pokemon Quest was made in like Unity, and it was super easy for them to make it because it's a very simple game. So if it's another one of those type of games that's very simple and to the point, then I wouldn't be surprised if what we're going to be getting our hands on here is going to be a similar type of thing, so to say. So. Either way, where were we? Naturally, the job listing, okay, of course they don't mention spoilers here, but either way, here's what the actual following duties are for the person who will be doing this job. Work with artists and designers to create a fantastic UI experience, alright? That makes sense for a mobile game, because mobile games want to be really flashy and whatnot in the UI to make you want to press stuff, to buy stuff, I mean, look at Pokemon Duel, right? Pokemon Duel has got so many microtransaction things in it, which I actually enjoy the game, I'm gonna be honest. I still have Pokemon Duel installed on my phone, I think. I'm gonna find it real quick here. I think I still got it installed on my phone, somewhere. Just gotta find it, though. Actually, no, I don't. Oh, wait, I do. So I'm not sure if you guys can see this on the screen here, but I've got Pokemon Duel up in the corner right there. Still got it installed, because I still kind of, once in a while, whenever I'm feeling really, really bored, I just kind of plug it up and I play it, and it's not the end of the world, It's an okay game. It's not fantastic. I would prefer it if they could have done an even better one, but hey, it is what it is, though. It's not the end of the world, But either way, they continue on here saying, they need product management to find the ideal feature set for this game. Fair enough, like somebody who can manage the goals of what the features of the game should be. Work with producers to manage all designers' sprint tasks, which I'm not sure what that means. And work with director of gaming to define / enforce the vision for this game. And of course, they continue on in the article saying that naturally the job listings avoid spoiling anything that could be that could give the game away. But is still an intriguing prospect for fans of the series regardless. Interestingly, an identical listing was also published a few weeks ago. Whether this is a second identical position or whether a successful candidate wasn't found the first time is unknown. So what could this game be? Well, it is impossible to know. The job is based at the Pokemon Company's US office in Bellevue, Washington. So the game is seemingly being made in-house rather than the extremely external developer like Niantic's Pokemon Go, but that's all we know. Perhaps this could be a smartphone companion for the upcoming Generation 8 games, or maybe something new entirely. What would you like to see from the future Pokemon mobile games? Share your thoughts with us in the comment section. So, this is where I was also thinking, like, as they mentioned down here, this companion thing. I was thinking about that as well, because we know Generation 8 is coming this year, and we keep hearing that Generation 8 is going to be a huge year, right, for Pokemon. And also, we now know for a fact that Pokemon actually has a way to, through the Switch, the Switch and the phone, the Switch and your phone can actually, connect to each other, and you can trade between them. It's an actual thing that works now. It's a working tech, I mean? It's a technology that already works and exists, so it's possible for them to make a mobile app that's going to work the same way as Pokemon Bank, right? I think that's what they're going for here. I think what they're going for is something like Pokemon Bank or something like that. Some sort of, like, you know, like they mentioned here, some sort of companion app. Something to, you know, for you to use as a way to kind of connect between your game and, you know, your phone and other such things. But that's what we assume here. That's what seems like the most logical thing. But then also, you know, you got the full thing here, the full post description here. And I can go through the actual thing itself and talk about it. He's got one opening here. It's Pokemon Careers Principal Game Designer. Job code 617. Openings 1. Of course, if you guys want to just read the article on your own, I'll link it down below so you guys can read it straight away. But either way, let's continue here. So, Principal Game Designer, who are we? We are the Pokemon Company International Company, a subsidiary of the Pokemon Company in Japan, manages the property outside of Asia, and is responsible for brand management, licensing, marketing, and the Pokemon trading card game, the animated TV show, home entertainment, and the Pokemon website. Pokemon was launched in Japan in 1996, and today is one of the most popular children's entertainment properties in the world. I'm reading really fast here because I want to get through the kind of generic stuff here. The Principal Game Designer will... Okay, so here's them describing it again. You know, the Principal Game Designer will work within a team of designers, engineers, artists, producers, and testers to create an upcoming mobile game. We're looking for a creative individual that not only understands the secret sauce to fun games, but also can communicate the vision to others. This candidate will spend a lot of time coordinating with both studio leadership and individual contributors, and must have a fantastic people skills. Of course, they go through the stuff, you know, that they mention here. And, they also mention, like, what would you bring? So they want somebody with 5 years of experience in mobile/video game design, 2 years or more experience as a lead or principal game designer. Is it IX? UX, sorry, not IX. It's UX/UI skills, A+, which makes sense. If it's a mobile game and they're thinking about UI a lot, then this could definitely be, think about it, right? This definitely could be a sort of companion app. But they do also mention here at the bottom, which is kind of interesting that they didn't bring up in this post. They really should have brought this up. But they also mention that they need somebody who can have experience with Unity, which is an interesting thing, because they mentioned Unity experience A+. You know, if you have Unity experience with Unity, it's a plus. I've worked in Unity. I actually studied Unity for 3 years I'm not sure what the definition of the school version of it is. I guess high school would be the right word, but I don't think that's what I'm not sure that's the actual translation, because in Sweden we call it different. We call it gymnasium. I studied for 3 years in gymnasium, specifically Unity, to understand how that program works, and I also knew Unity before that. So, and I know Unity is a game, like the engine they used to make Pokemon Quest, right? So it was a very simple game. It's a very simple engine to use. It's very user-friendly, right? Because it's very user-friendly for you know, people that don't maybe have those don't have those levels of coding skill and whatnot. Even though coding is still involved a lot, if you just, you know, want to kind of mess around with like already pre-built code and whatnot, you can kind of do that. The game kind of, you know, the software kind of offers you that through its asset store and that sort of stuff. But either way, so they mentioned here also design management skills are a plus, etc. How will you be successful? Communication, creativity, I guess. Love games. You love playing games, understanding what makes them fun. You love games is infectious and motivates others around you. Great people skills. Or great, sorry, I keep saying create. Great. And fun first. You understand there's a lot of science and data in making good games, but first you have to find the fun. You always focus on whether the current experience is fun for customers. Which I like seeing that in the actual application thing here, because they could just, you know, not have that there, you know what I mean? And just be like, okay, you need to be good at communicating, creative, etc., understand video games and all that, but instead they make it a little bit more interesting at least. Now, so, as I mentioned, this seems to be in a crossroads between two different options, right? A companion app, which is highly possible, as they seem to mention UI and UX here a lot more, which UI is the user interface, right? UI, user interface. Which is what you see on your, you know, in your games, like the menus and stuff like that, etc. All those things, like all the frames on your screen that open up menus, etc. Those sort of things, or like, you know, that open the shop in a game or whatever. All those are UI. All those are UI, and the times I see UI being highly, kind of like, you know, high on the list here, is only when it's a game that's usually on a mobile phone, because that's where UI is far more, you know, needed, because most games on phone require more UI things in them rather than gameplay things in them, because, I mean, if you think about it, right, think of, like, most of the games that you play, like, Fire Emblem Heroes, right, Pokemon Duel, Pokemon Go, etc., right? They rely more on UI than actual gameplay, because you're pressing more buttons about, around your screen and whatnot, rather than actually, playing some sort of gameplay. It's same as, like, Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle or whatever, same thing there, like, there's less gameplay, but more just kind of, like, pressing buttons, and that's the UI things that they gotta, make work for you. So, my question here is, this could be a companion app, because this would make sense for a UI, UI-based thing, would make sense for a companion app, as you would mainly be pressing buttons, you wouldn't really be having any sort of gameplay to it. But the fact that they mention, like, fun first and great people skills and all these, like, love for games and stuff makes me kind of question if that's what the purpose is gonna be. But if it's a companion app, then they could also make it work, like, in two ways, right? Where it's like a game, but also a way to trade your Pokemon, like if it was Pokemon Bank, right? For example, like, the Pokemon could be in there, and you can see them in, like, their 3D models and stuff, and play with them on your phone and whatnot, and then maybe even catch Pokemon like that, or something in that, that manner. But it would be like, it would be on your phone, and it would also be usable in other manners. So, there's a lot of possibilities what this could be. I don't even know, like, at this moment, I don't know what to say. I think this looks interesting. I would definitely recommend you guys to, like, keep track of this stuff, because things are happening this year, man. I'm getting more and more excited about Pokemon right now, because things are just getting, just crazier and crazier. More things are coming this year. It's a big year for Pokemon. I'm excited for Pokemon. We've got the Pokemon, movie coming out this year. Mewtwo Strikes Back. We've got Detective Pikachu. We've got Generation 8. Man, I mean, there's a lot of things happening, there's those three things that are, like, already big things in themselves, right? And who knows if we have a spin-off. We now have a mobile game, which you don't know if this is going to come out this year, but since mobile games have a shorter span of, like, development time, they can barely, they don't even take a full year always, to make. They're pretty quick to produce. It wouldn't surprise me if this was also something we'd see this year. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know in the comment section down below. What do you guys think about this? What are your thoughts? Do you think we'll be seeing this, this app, this game, coming this year? Or do you think it's going to be later on? Do you think it's a companion app or a brand new mobile game of some sort? Maybe, like, similar to, like, how Dokkan Battle works for Dragon Ball, but, like, instead of for Pokemon, they would do it. What do you think about that? Like, let me know in the comment section down below, though. If this game actually does come out, it's an actual proper game, and it's fun. I mean, I'm definitely up for making some videos on it. Pokemon Quest, I thought Pokemon Quest was bad at the start, because I didn't actually play it. I just saw, like, screenshots of it. I was like, oh, this looks bad. But then I played it, and it was actually quite fun. I actually walked around with my Switch outside, like, I used to, like, jog and whatnot, so I had, like, my Switch with me, and I, like, used to bring it up, like, oh, man, I'm playing Pokemon Quest while waiting for Let's Go to come out. So I did enjoy it somewhat. I mean, it wasn't like one of those things where I enjoyed like 24/7, but it was like kind of like, a little bit of enjoyment here and there. It was worth like the time I spent on it. I felt like it was like cool. I got some enjoyment out of this. It was kind of fun, but I would love to see something better than that as well being created, not just like kind of like those sort of simple games. So I'm really curious as to what this could be. Let me know in the comment section down below again. Like I said, let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think about this? What do you think this is gonna be? And thank you so much for watching. My name is Ruffle Rowlett. I freaking love you guys. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Jeez, I just repeated myself twice there, didn't I? Either way, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all the next time. I'm losing track of what I'm saying, guys. I'm genuinely, my brain is going to, like, reverse. See you next time, though. Peace out.